Hello and welcome to another view from the cab. So this morning I checked into Twitter to find out what's going on in the world, because as we all know now, Twitter is the place to find out all you need to know about what's going on in the world. And basically what I saw was trending, rather unfortunately, was the topic of World War III. Not a pleasant topic, that one, World War III. From what I can gather, a foreign politician has been assassinated or murdered, killed, however you want to term it, in an airstrike. I believe it was an Iranian politician. I might as well say it was an Iranian politician assassinated, murdered, killed by an American airstrike. Now, I don't know the rights and the wrongs of it all, because to be honest, I don't really know the rights and wrongs of much, to be honest. This stuff happens and I'm just left wondering why. I'm always left wondering. And you know, now I don't know if this particular politician deserved to be killed, murdered, whatever, assassinated in an airstrike. I don't know any of that. My main concern is you can never find out the truth. You know, you can never find out. I mean, all you ever get, you try and find stuff out, and all you ever get is people's opinions. Oh, well, he deserved it because of this, or you know, they shouldn't have done it because they're American and they always want to get involved, and I don't know. You can never find out the exact truth. Nobody ever gives an impartial, objective viewpoint on why these things happen. You know, this is my biggest thing. I don't know the rights and wrongs of the incident. You know, I can't even remember the fella's name. So, you know, but you can never find out the truth. The truth. I went to look for something the other day. I wanted to find out about Donald Trump's impeachment. The truth about Donald Trump's impeachment. And you can never just get anybody just telling you like it is. Just telling you exactly what's what, without any political bias or cultural bias, or you know what I mean. You can never just find anything out. It's always what other people decide you want to know. You know, politicians especially never give a straight answer, ever. The media, you could say, oh, well, it's a left-leaning media bias, so they're not going to give you the true answer. You know, you could come out with lots of reasons and lots of things, but I don't know, we get told these things. We see these things on Twitter, you know, trending now, World War III, you know, and you never, yeah, people obviously, I mean, there's obviously people are going to be upset about this politician being murdered, assassinated, killed, whatever term you want to put on it. Either way, the man has died. Yeah, just drift into my lane, mate. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And now, I don't know anything about this particular politician, but did he deserve to be taken out in an airstrike? Who's to say? I don't know. Is it right that the Americans were the ones to do it? I don't know. Who can say? You know, I mean, if you ask the American politicians, they're going to say, oh well, yeah, of course, he was you know, he was this, or he was that, or he was the other. If you ask the Iranian people, they're going to say, well, no, of course, he was a good egg. He was an all-round good guy. We didn't want to see him murdered, killed, assassinated in an airstrike, well, or any kind of murder, kill, assassination. You don't want to see that at all. But Oh, so yeah, so now there's all this worry that things are really going to kick off, because you know the Middle East is a complicated place. Let's not make any mistakes. The Middle East is a very complicated place with very complicated people and very complicated rules, which are totally beyond me. I don't understand them. You know, I just don't get it. And what are the, you know, we have these wars. You know, Great Britain steamed into Iraq, didn't they? People call that an illegal war, and Tony Blair, the war criminal. You know, we shouldn't have gone to war because of this or that. And then Tony Blair, of course, is saying, well, no, we had the justification to do it. But did they really have the justification? Can we go on what the newspapers tell us? So we have these wars, these conflicts, these invasions. Oh, she's backed up, that's good. You know, if you read the newspapers, the Sun will tell you one thing, the Daily Mirror will tell you one thing, the Daily Mail will tell you another thing. Everybody's telling us something different all the time, and with all the information we get, it's very difficult to sift through and actually work out just what's what. Because to be honest, I haven't got a clue anymore. I don't know. I look on Twitter, you know, because I'm on Twitter all the time. I go on Twitter, so I have a look there. I'm just going to have a quick slurp of my fizzy cherry flavoured drink. So we've got all this information, but how much of it is credible? How much of this information is reliable? You know, who's to say? I've took that out of my pocket, that drink now, and I can't get it back in. Just wedge that there. You need to be quick. Be quick. Hurry up, idiot. These lights, I'm sure they're going to stay green all day, aren't they? Oh, and of course we've got somebody in a Dacia. Who would buy a Dacia? You know, a Dacia is a car that says I've got no passion, no spirit, no style, no class, no elan. And this is because I've probably done this in a previous video. I suffer horrifically from badge prejudice, and I wouldn't have a Dacia as a gift. Badge prejudice is a terrible thing. I'll get into that another time. So we get all this information. We learned that an Iranian politician has been assassinated, killed, murdered in an American airstrike. I don't know, do we ever know the reasons why? Truly, we get somebody's version of why these things happen. You're always going to have two sides. You know, there's the American public side, there's the Iranian public side, and the trouble is as well, another thing with the Middle East is you've got all these alliances, all these different people, you know. And the trouble is as well, if you have a go at say for instance you have a go at Iran, then will Russia get involved and say, oh, that's my mate there, you can't have a go at him because we'll have a go at you. And the Russians tend to have they've got a very big stick with which to rule the playground. You know, the Russians have got a very, very big stick. I mean, the Americans have got a pretty big stick as well. But is the American big stick quite as big as the Russian big stick? And there's all these, you know, and then you've got the Chinese that say, well, if you have a go at them and Russia gets involved, and we'll have a go at you as well, because we're with the Russians, because we like the Russians. And I don't know, it just seems to be a very, very, I don't know, this world that we live in at the moment. I mean, we've only just started 2020. I mean, we're what, 3 days in, and already they're talking about nuclear war like it's a possibility, it's a thing that's happening. You know, I don't know the rights and wrongs of any of it, if I'm being perfectly honest. But why can we never just be told the straight up truth? Because they don't want us to know the truth. That's the real truth, I suppose. They don't want us to know the truth. But if they don't want us to know the truth, why tell us at all? I'd rather just not know, I suppose. I'd rather just really not know. If I'm not going to be told the truth, just don't tell me at all. You know, it's yeah. So there it is for this morning. My first vlog of 2020. You know, there it is, my view from the cab, such as it is. I mean, you might have watched this and I thought, what a prat, babbling on and on, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. And I think that's a worldwide phenomenon at the moment, people babbling on and on, but don't know what they're talking about. I don't know. Does anybody know? If anybody can shed any light on anything at all, then feel free. But you know, I'm just gonna carry on living my life as best I can. Do the best you can with what you've got. That's really all you can do in life. The best you can with what you've got. I'm gonna leave it there for the time being, at least. And I'll catch up with you on the next one. Bye bye for now.